Today is about love. Today we are given the new commandment to love. And while some may feel like this is a classic, this is the no-brainer, this is the one thing that we are called to do, but I feel like there's a little bit more to that. I feel like there's a little bit more to unpack, especially with the addendum of not only to love, but to love as I have loved you. I think that was very much the human Jesus. The reminder of love is something that wasn't new to these apostles, right? They grew up and had education on the Ten Commandments. They understood that we were to love our mother and fathers and to love our neighbors, right? But then here, in close to his final moments, right? I think this is a very vulnerable time for Jesus. And he reminds his apostles that I give you this new commandment to love, but to love as I have loved you. That's a challenge. That, this kind of takes away from the walking on sunshine love, right? The spring is blooming love, whisked away, let's just be love. No, this is a challenge, right? Because not only are you calling and asking for me to love others and to care for others and to serve others, right? But you're asking me to do it in the way that you have shown me. And so we know that this new commandment is given during Holy Week, traditionally, right? And that this is a time of uncertainty. This is a time of possibly fear. This is a time of just the great unknown. And you are now also reminding us that we need to do it in the way that you are now showing us, right? In this very stoic way, right? And so I think that's like where the lesson comes in, right? And we know that this is a lesson because Jesus refers to his apostles as children. My children, I have little time left with you, but I want to give you this new commandment that kind of like, yes, he's obviously not at his deathbed at this point, but he knows that this is the time. This is the time that you need to receive this message. This is the time that you need to really take it in. Kind of like, if there's one thing you take, this is it. And so I think that this challenge, I'm a very visual person, and so I tend to lean on how does this challenge, like, how do I see this? And one of the first images that comes to mind is a piece of art by Karita Kent. And Karita painted this beautiful piece. It's a vibrant rainbow with streaks of red and yellow and green and blue. And in this big, bold lettering, it says love. It makes you feel good. You're attracted to it. It's vibrant. It's, you want it hanging on your walls. But underneath, in this translucent writing, there's also a message. And I think this is kind of that perfect visual of thinking about what Jesus meant in giving this new commandment. And underneath, in yellow, she puts, is hard. And so when you read the whole piece, it says, love is hard. And some folks may frown and may say, well, what does that mean? And again, I think this is what Jesus meant, this new commandment. It's going to be a challenge. And guess what? That's okay. We are human. We are children, as he referred to us. We are still in need of teachers and mentors. We are still needing that guidance. And so I think the beauty of our faith is that when that love that Jesus gave us may feel far away, because let's be honest, that was very unconditional. No transaction, no expectation, just love. That's hard. So who do we look to say, okay, I may not be at that Jesus level of love today, but maybe I'm more Dorothy Day. A beautiful example of a person who, the heart may have ached, the mind may have been frustrated, but her actions responded to that new commandment so beautifully. So beautifully. She gave. She offered shelter, homes, food, clothing, job support, all of that to the people that some were afraid to love. I feel this commandment is so essential to today. It's so essential to what we are witnessing. To respond to this commandment and to love. Yeah, it may be hard because it may be seeing things that we don't want to see. It may be walking in spaces that may not feel safe. And it may be being a witness to something that we don't want. But it's necessary. It's necessary because that's exactly what we are not just called to do, but that is necessary to bring about that kingdom of heaven to this earth. That is why this commandment was created, right? To bring that kingdom here to earth, that we witness in order to seek justice. And so I think this commandment is necessary now more than ever. I think this commandment is true to say is a challenge, but I also trust that Jesus, that teacher, that mentor, and I'd like to think myself as a teacher and mentor, we don't give an assignment that we don't think our students, or in his case, the disciples, aren't able to rise up to, right? So let us rejoice in that. Let us think about that. And let us think about how we are called to love. And that though it may be hard work, we have that support, we have community, we have others that we can lean on, and we have our faith to guide us. And so let us rise to that. Let us accept that challenge. Accept the challenge of love.